Dialogue. And the lion's blood is
here. Igbo Area TV, on the Igbo.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are connecting us from. Hope you've subscribed to our channel. Please, if you haven't, subscribe please, and also click on the bell icon to get our updates anytime it drops. I will stand surety for Kanu again, says Abaribe. Senate Minority Leader Abaribe on Wednesday said he will stand surety for the detained leader of Nnamdi, of indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, given the same circumstances. That's the circumstances at first at which he stood surety for him. According to Senator Abaribe, said when Kanu, the IPOB leader, was arraigned because it was a condition imposed by the court, at the other time he stood surety for him. He said, according to him, the court ordered that one of the sureties must be a senator. As a chairman of the Southeast Senators Caucus, then he had to offer himself as a surety. He said if the same circumstances was given, he would not hesitate to stand surety for Nnamdi Kanu. That is the second time. Abaribe was speaking in an interview on TVC and journalist hangouts. Abaribe, he faulted his senator colleagues who voted against the electronic transmission of results. But we're talking about Kanu's issue right now. So on the Kanu issue, he said, he is our son. He is our son. Get that? He's from our state, Abia State. And he Kanu said it himself that he ran for his dear life. There is a difference between jumping bail and escaping for your life. He pointed out, adding that he went back to the court and deposed that on the basis of the principle of last seen, that the last people seen with him were soldiers of the Nigerian army who were invading his father's residence. Of course, we know what happened, the Operation Python dance. And Nnamdi Kanu was planning to go to the court. So I don't want to hear that nonsense again. He jumped bail. I hate that nonsense. Because if you are sincere to yourself, all you people that are saying that he jumped bail, if you're sincere to yourself, you all know what happened. Let's say the truth and shame Satan. You all know what happened. Let's stop all this nonsense. You hear Erufai the other day, he jumped bail. Even among Igbos, he jumped bail. A particular Igbo guy, not just one Igbo guy, was telling me he jumped bail. What made him jump bail? What circumstances made him jump bail? I don't know whether some people are reasoning with their head or their anus. Anyway, I like people who stand their ground despite all odds, and Abaribe is one man. He's ready to do it again under the same condition. Whatever had made him stand surety for Kanu, he's ready to do that again. And I like what he said. He maintains Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail. He has to only run for his life. His compound was invaded. The soldiers shot as if, you know, the way they, like commando, the way they entered Sunday Igboho's house. That was the unexpected invasion. And there were insinuations that their attempt was to stop court process. That is a plan. stop court proceedings because they don't have a case against him. Maybe this time around they will have a case against him, and it could be ESN. They could tie that to unknown gunmen. Meanwhile, IPOB is saying there is no connection between unknown gunmen and ESN. But as at the first time, he has no case to answer. And what even led to this ESN and the others? It is tied to what happened from the start. And I'll continue to say it. IPOB was never armed. They were just, at the start, they were waving flags. They were just protesters waving flags. And the security operatives in Nigeria were shooting at them. So I like Abaribe. A lot of people are afraid. The other day, a senator from the South moved a motion for splits. These are things you begin to see soon because somebody has awakened these people. You know, that day the senator mentioned a split, and before you know it, they almost lynched him. This time around, something must change. Anyway, let's see the next story. You know, these guys are, the way they behave, they are capable of, the way they invade people's home, like commandos. And these are mainly, they attack defenseless people, and they claim commandos. Now, this is the latest. Benin Republic shuns request for Sunday Igboho's extradition without trial. Unlike Kenya, Benin, according to the reports, authorities in Benin have denied the Muhammadu Buhari federal government their request to have the Yoruba nation activist Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho, yeah, is also known as Sunday Igboho. The plan to extradite him from Benin to Nigeria without trial. And the West African country has insisted that the secessionist agitator must be given a fair trial before any consideration of trying to extradite him. Benin is not Kenya again. Kenya, Benin is not Kenya. Benin things work. They respect the rule of law, unlike Nigeria and Kenya. They said they will not even consider the request for extradition. They have to try him first. And we know how Igboho was arrested in Benin. They said he was attempting to flee to Germany. And they said he presented a fake Beninese passport to immigration officers. And he's going to be tried in the Benin Republic court for breach of immigration laws. That was on Thursday. And that also is not working in favor of the Nigerian government, who wants him to be brought immediately and tried. Now, Nigeria's special envoy to Benin Republic, who was a past Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tuko Buratai Abu Buhai, retired. He had been working to make sure Benin Republic repatriate Igboho. According to reports, he wrote 2 letters. The first one dated July. In the letter, the former Chief of Army Staff described Igboho as a murderer and a terrorist, insisting on his arrest and immediate extradition when found. Imagine, this is not even a case of pot calling the kettle black. We know the murderers in this country, and they are doing it They are continuing in it without, in fact, a lot of times the security forces are aiding them. We know the murderers who has come to eliminate Nigeria, who has come to seize our land by force, who were told to come in that this country is their home. We know them. And look at who you are calling a murderer. Somebody who was out to defend his people. Anyway, sources, let's continue to read the news. It said, sources also disclosed that Igboho's legal team in Nigeria has employed the service of top-notch Benin defense attorney. The lawyer, Raphael Hovanu, is said to be the current attorney to the president of Benin Republic. Could you imagine? A Patrice Talon. So, Sunday Igboho, who was giving his statement to the police, was to be taken to court on Thursday, and there are indications that he might even be granted bail. Meanwhile, I thought Buratai was to be posted to what's this country? Chad, to accomplish the Boko Haram task. He should be posted to Chad. I thought that was where they posted him. You know, this Boko Haram deal has to finish. That Boko Haram deal. Failures. See them everywhere. Anyway, I hope Benin won't fall Yoruba people hand though. Benin, Yoruba tie. Because it's more than the eyes can see. If those who understand the real fight on ground wouldn't hand Igboho to these people. Anyway, on our next story, it said, somebody says he will be governor. Joe Igbokwe says he will be governor if another Southeast state is created. That's this Southeast state will make it the 6th state. Hey, the Monagij. Joe Igbokwe is the special advisor to Lagos State Governor on drainage matters. Nya Ibochagota. Hey, he's also the spokesman for Lagos chapter of All Progressive Congress (APC), and he has made it known that he wants to be governor if an additional state is formed in Igbo land, the southeastern part of Nigeria. He stated this while granting an exclusive interview in a response to a question of marginalization of Southeast region. Mr. Igbokwe convincingly said that what the Igbos need now is just one state to close all allegations of regions marginalization, saying he has been advocating for this years now. He said that the only thing he would like the federal government to do is to give Igbo an additional state, adding that the region has the least number of governors in the country. From his statement, when government gives us a state, he will be governor because he has worked for it. Somebody who has worked against Igbo's interest all the while says he wants to be governor of a 6th Igbo state. Could you imagine? Who will even vote for Igbokwe? Please. Please, who will vote for Igbokwe? Let that person raise up their hand. Let me not go too far. When somebody is ostracized, even from the town he is coming from, and it says charity begins at home. So who will vote for Igbokwe? Well, anything happens in Nigeria, it's in Nigeria that dead people win elections. So look at what happened to Imo. Somebody from a 4th position became the governor. So unless on that, when the Awuluwulu comes in, apart from that, I don't see the possibility. He said he has worked for it. How, Kwana? Somebody that is working constantly against Igbo interests. How has he worked for Ndiba? I can't understand these people. It's because things are not proper. It's even an abomination for him to say it. Could you imagine? Anyway, I can just leave your matter, Igbokwe. Your matter is there for freezer. No matter of time. Your own case, it will take 1 month to judge. Anyway, rounding up, I would like to read a short piece about ingenuity. It's funny, but let's read. Somebody sent this piece to me and I would like to read it out to you. Ingenuity. Mr. Chukwuma walks into a bank in London. Some of you might have heard this or read something like this. Let's go. Mr. Chukwuma walks into a bank in London and asks for a loan. He says he's going to Europe on business for 2 weeks and needs to borrow £5,000. The bank says they will need some kind of security for the loan. So Mr. Chukwuma hands over the key to a new Rolls Royce, which cost £250,000. The car is parked on the street in front of the bank, says Mr. Chukwuma, and I have all the necessary papers. Okay? The bank agrees to accept the car as a collateral for the loan. After Mr. Chukwuma leaves, the loan officer, the bank's president, and all the colleagues enjoy a good laugh at a man for using £250,000 Rolls Royce as a collateral against a £5,000 loan. One of the employees drives the Rolls Royce into the bank's underground garage and parks it there. Did you get that? 2 weeks later, Mr. Chukwuma returns, repays the £5,000 and the interest, which comes to £15.41. The loan officer says, "Sir, I must tell you, we are all little puzzled." They are surprised. Why? While you were away, we checked you out and discovered that you are a multimillionaire. Why would you bother to borrow £5,000? Mr. Chukwuma replies, "Where else in central London can I park my car for 2 weeks for only £15.41? This material was put up by Chidi Kali. Ponder on it. And just please, before we leave, please subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Click on the bell icon to get our update anytime it drops. Azuka OJ. Bye for now.